primed for a sear.
Oh, you're serious about it?
Was that a pun or no? Since up like 20 grand, man. It's just like I didn't even.
I'm up 20 grand.
I was supposed to. Well, no, it's based on like skins or expansions. How am I gonna make money if I'm making sure somebody knows that the sun sucks? Like absolute ass.
Look, the whole vaccine issue, right? It's like I agree. I think we needed the vaccine to a certain extent, but
y'all just wanna ride the wave. Y'all can get up out my way. Y'all keep switching up your lanes. I'ma hit you straight away.
all right, I think we're good. So, Mox,
Are we live?
yeah, we're live. How you been, bro? It's been a while.
Good. Yeah, no, it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. When was D-Day? When did you leave the chat?
I don't know.
I don't know.
3 months ago?
What, has it been that long?
2 months?
2 months?
Something like that.
What have you been up to?
Just being busy, honestly. Like, it's kind of crazy because, obviously I miss everyone, right? Minus one. Right? But, like, you get so much time back. Because, like, I'm a drama fiend, I love drama, and that's probably, like, a fault in my nature. But to be honest, I think everybody in there does.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why that chat thrives every day.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No matter what the hell is going on. There's literally a storm in Houston right now, and people are talking in Discord from Houston from their phones, charging their phones just to be in Discord and talking in the chat. Like, that's crazy. Like, the levels of fucking dedication we have to this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's definitely committed. But no, I've just been busy.
We all should be committed, to be fair, but
yeah, just getting my stuff in order, and then I had some like stuff I had to deal with, like myself, like heart issues. We're getting old, so yeah, it's been crazy.
that's how I feel. That's why I've been trying to like be healthier, because for the longest time I was just fuck it, door dashing every night and eating whatever the fuck I wanted and sitting. I wasn't moving, so it's like all that accumulating all at once is just like you're just gonna gain a fuckload of weight, and that's what I did.
Well, it adds up.
Like, over time.
So I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted,
Dude.
like,
Same.
It was nice.
I was skinny as fuck. Yeah.
Dude, like I'd eat like my literal snack at the end of the night was like a row of Oreos, and I'd eat that and wake up, feel fine. But like now, if I do that, like I can. Dude, I'm so good at like guessing what I weigh, like based off what I eat now.
Yeah, me too.
I
Big as fuck.
I have one of those scales that'll like, track it all for me. And they're not even that much, but they're nice. But, it's always saying I'm overweight.
Was it the body mass index, BMI?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And no, I've been tracking it, and, I'll eat. Like last night, I had some fajitas.
Ooh, chicken fajitas? Beef fajitas?
Well, it was kind of everything. Because it was from Data Point.
Data Point. I've never been there.
Oh, it's good, dude. Well,
Really?
They also deliver. You're talking about.
Dude, I've been trying my best to stay away from fucking DoorDash. Like,
Okay,
it's literally like convenience to me is like the greatest thing ever. And so, if I could order food and not have to go get it, I'll pay whatever amount of money.
You know what the problem is? Like for me, I'm the same, right? Like I'm like I don't want to get that. I don't want to use it, but I'll go to Costco. And they rotate their gift cards, and I swear to God, they always put like what I don't need out, right? Like they're like DoorDash or Uber Eats, $100, but you're paying $80. I'm like, that's a steal.
I get 20.
That's a
I get a
steal.
free meal.
Yeah,
$20.
That's the thing. I go there for samples, white T-shirts, and steaks and gift cards, man.
Bro, you sound like a natural hillbilly. I go to the Costco and get my white T-shirts and steaks.
I do, man. Dude, their steaks are really good. I've got like 2 wrapped up in the freezer right now.
What kind of cut do you usually get? Ribeye?
Well, if I'm gonna go there,
Ribeye.
Do ribeye prime.
Ooh, prime. Yeah. Oh, that's
save
so
up
good.
for it. I save up for it. So it's not like every.
Do you hit it with like a glass of wine too, like while you're eating it?
No.
Really?
I've been going like really natural with them, so like I like to like keep it in the freezer for a bit, and then I'll take it out a full day, salt it. That way it kind of like gets primed for a sear.
Oh, you're serious about it?
Was that a pun or no?
Oh no, I know it wasn't. I didn't.
Because like so like if you salt it, it kind of gets all the moisture out, and then you throw it on the grill, and it gets this nice. Well, you could do it in the pan or whatever.
Yeah.
But it gets a nice like
sear.
crispy sear.
Oh,
And so I've been doing that, and it locks in the juices, so it's really nice once you cut into it and stuff. Yeah.
holy shit! See, that's the one thing when I'm like cooking steaks, it sucks because we have an electric stove top, and so like you can't really put like a cast iron like pan on top of it.
Yeah.
I think it'll break it from what my mother-in-law was telling me. Is like it actually would like mess it up somehow. I don't know how that actually works, but so I've always wanted to like try to learn how to cook a steak in like a cast iron pan because I hear it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's just temperature moderation and stuff like that. Like once you get that right.
Well, it cooks it thoroughly too, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole pan is heated instead of like looking.
You get a really nice sear on that.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get a better sear on that than a grill. But I like doing grill just because it's
pretty
faster,
controllable
easier.
too, right?
Yeah. And I'm just more used to that. So
Have you smoked anything like before?
I personally haven't, but I've seen like
Traegers.
my dad and my friends do it.
Yeah. I know that's the one thing I want to learn how to do, man. Is to smoke meat.
That's an investment.
It is.
It's so expensive to do anything now. Like, it's crazy. Like hobbies, like, everybody will say like I'm a hobbyist or whatever. But like I mean I am. Like I do.
Are you
like,
a hobbyist? What do you mean?
Well, because like I like to get into different things. Oh. So like, I mean anything you want to get into is like so expensive. It's just like you want to grill a steak, you want to smoke some meat. Like whatever it is, dude, it's so pricey now.
I think it's dependent on what you want to. I mean, I guess that's true though. Everything is really pricey.
Well, look at you. You started this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's true.
And I know what the equipment is, but for like people who don't,
ridiculous.
It's expensive.
Yeah. Well, most of it I've accumulated over time. It wasn't like because I've had that camera for a long time. Already. I bought this camera pretty recently, and then I had the mics.
What is that?
Okay, so it's like this AI controlled camera. So you can. I filmed myself doing some gym vlogs. I was like had my shirt off and shit.
Gym vlogs, right?
Yeah.
And,
but your boy's fat, and so
if for anybody who doesn't see it right now, it's very portable. If you're following,
dude, and it's cool because like you don't need a cameraman. So like it legit follows me like when I was doing reps and stuff. It was like tracking it and everything. It was like really cool.
So what did you use that for before the gym stuff?
Well, I had to make sure I had the right angles for certain things.
No.
No. It works really well, and I think honestly, what would be really cool is for like basketball. Like if I wanted like
can it really follow that well?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty ridiculous.
That's
and
cool.
even in the gym where there's not like great lighting. If I'm like outdoors, obviously lighting's gonna be a lot better.
This is gonna be a problem when like all those gym girls figure out about this.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's about the same amount of price as that.
But how does it? It's cord based, so
no, it's not. I just have it plugged in. Yeah, it's completely wireless.
How long's the charge on it?
Oh, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's got an SD card in it.
Yep, it's got a micro SD card in there, about 128 gigs, something like that. The only problem, like I was telling you before, the transfer rate for some of the videos is really slow. But I think it's because I'm capturing in 4K.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And so maybe that's why it takes like a couple hours to transwer over. But
I mean, I'm the same way. Like even if my format is 1920 by 1080, I still try to do 4K
because you can downscale it. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times it really doesn't. You won't notice it.
Yeah.
But like you said, yesterday I think you were messing with your stream stuff. And I'm the same way. Like most people are going to come up to you and say like, I can't notice the difference. Who cares? Don't stress 5 hours for that.
Just go live.
Just go live.
Yeah.
But
speaking of which, when are you going live next?
Well,
I need to see this Mox return stream. I think it's gonna be fun.
Well, I've been looking at getting like a new PC. It'd probably be like 3 months.
Okay.
Just because like it's not that I can't play games on mine or I can't stream.
Well, you have a 1080 Ti, right? Like in your
So I have a dual PC. So I do. I mean, yeah. So essentially, they're just both kind of over the hill, right? Like they're just old, and they just get really hot in my room, and it's just unbearably like uncomfortable. Like I don't want to stream for 3 hours because they're just gonna be pumping heat into there. So I'm like, nah, gotta do a new one, and that's what I'll probably do. 3 months. Probably see
invest into like a new PC. I don't even know. Is Nvidia releasing like new graphics cards? Because I know the 4000 series is what recently just came out.
Yeah, they're doing the
4080.
They're doing the 50.
They're doing the 50 series.
Yeah, 50 series either late this year or early next year. But that's the thing. Like, am I gonna
wait?
Am I gonna buy it and then I'm gonna buy it at like right before? I mean, what's 3 months from now? Like before Black Friday, and
here's the
I'll
thing:
miss out on the deals, and they're gonna release the 50 series, and I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have got that.
Here's the thing: GTA 6 comes out next year, and if you time it right,
well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
because like if I am gonna stream again, it would be for GTA 6,
yeah,
and then hopefully a good first-person shooter comes out.
Yeah, we've been hoping. Honestly, Marathon maybe. You see Marathon?
I haven't even heard of it.
So it's Bungie is remaking like a really old game they made back in, I think, in like the 90s. It's like one of their first games ever made.
Okay.
But it's a new FPS. They're kind of vamping it, making it more modern. But it's supposed to be this new Bungie FPS game, which, I mean, Destiny is kind of like, eh.
I mean, yeah, you already had your shot with Destiny.
Yeah.
So is it going to be, I guess, I don't know.
And then you have these companies wanting to put ads into video games like EA. It's like,
I mean, that's the future.
You think so?
Yeah, ads in video games for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're a company, right? Like, I mean, the way that things are going, why pay an influencer if you could just do it in the game?
Mm.
Right? Like, say I get you addicted to Apex, right?
Yeah. What already happened, but go ahead.
Okay. But like, why would I pay you individually to
make content to, grow the reach of Apex?
Instead of just putting in like a billboard next to like kill leaders, like it rotates and it shows my ad.
Yeah.
Right? Like in the game, whether it's whatever, Sasquatch.
How would you price those? Like now you got to think about how developers actually like.
Well, it's a whole new revenue. So you would definitely do it. You would essentially have to figure it out, as you go. But like that's the idea. Like everything's changing. The whole new like, a lot of people say like, content is so different. I think honestly, I don't think necessarily age gaps are like the difference. I think as we get older, like our attention span kind of tapers out. So like when we're young, like we were the crazy wild kids who couldn't sit still, but now we're like, let's sit down, relax a little bit, take a breather. But I think that's how life goes.
Do you think that's why long form is kind of coming back over short form, like TikTok and like Instagram Reels and things like that?
No. I think long form is coming back because I think these platforms are requiring you to have better content, right?
Okay.
So like the best way to teach somebody, and I think these platforms are really smart for doing this, is teach them how to do it right. So I can't just go and ask, like if I'm Instagram, TikTok, whatever, I can't just go and ask somebody to create good content that's an hour long, right? The goal would be create content that's good for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, let's go to 30. If you do that, let's go to a minute. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Well, I mean, that's why Mr. Beast episodes or YouTube videos are so popular, right? He keeps the attention span. It doesn't like...
Yeah. Well, it's going to be... The whole thing is like teaching you about hooks.
Yeah.
Right? So like, hooks are kind of like the thing that you start off a video with, like you did with JC stuff, right? Like you throw in little
clips from the podcast and then it kind of gets them, I'm interested in like what's happening here.
Yeah. You don't say when it happens, where it happens, it's just, that's there. So you got to listen, Yeah.
Remember after this, I'm going to show you my dad's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch. Yeah. I was looking on your YouTube and I was like, where is it? He hasn't posted it. I didn't know it was on a different channel.
Yeah. So cool thing. I didn't know this. So you can actually, I'm paying like $15 a month, right? For all the episodes to be like kind of hosted on an RSS feed, which this is all completely new to me, right? I just started the podcast maybe like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And this RSS feed, you subscribe to this for like $15 a month. They give you all these features and you can actually automatically upload all of your podcasts to Spotify, Amazon Music. They do it all for you.
Okay.
So you literally just upload it to one place, and even YouTube. So I connected my YouTube account, and connected my YouTube to the RSS feed, and so now whenever I publish something, it actually pulls down a audio version of the podcast too. So I'm gonna have a audio version and then also just like a video audio version too there in Spotify. Those are the big ones. But.
Have you noticed any like lack of traction on like something like TikTok?
Yeah.
So the way you're doing it,
yeah.
TikTok's like really, they don't like you not uploading through them individually, if that makes sense. So if they sense like a third party is doing it,
okay,
they're gonna like kind of cover your video.
So I uploaded like 15 videos at once. Mm-hmm. Is that like bad to do?
I don't think they necessarily care. I think they're just gonna look at, you know, how well they do.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna push it as hard because TikTok is kind of like one of those ones. Like I've talked to like a few influencers that are really good. I never really took off on TikTok, but essentially they say like to whenever you're uploading, kind of edit your video with their tools. And it's you don't have to do much. Like don't.
I'm just gonna put text.
Yeah, don't do a full edit.
Yeah.
But like do like, you know, clip off maybe 0.5 seconds, you know, at the start and front or, you know, end and beginning.
Interesting.
And if you use their tools, then they're like, okay, all right, it's original content, you know?
Yeah, and this guy's using our platform. He's not recycling content. Like, dude, I feel like the biggest like channel or like views I see on like shorts and stuff is people reposting like Joe Rogan clips and like other clips. I'm like,
repost it really well.
There's a whole fucking like genre of people that are doing this. It's crazy.
Well, because I mean, it's essentially like what you did at the start of your own videos, right? Where it's like, I mean, it's essentially getting the best part and then putting it out there, right? Because there are going to be people who, you know, are going to watch this and they're going to be like, okay, well, I don't want to watch the full hour. I just want to know the spicy stuff. Is there spicy stuff, right? Like, and then they're going to want that immediately. So if you can turn long form into short form, that's the key.
So that's my next goal too, is in the next like coming weeks, I want to take longer clips of the podcasts and then upload those.
Yeah.
Because like I'm saying like 1 to 2 minutes and like actually publish those as videos and not shorts.
Yeah.
Because I can actually make the titles a little bit more engaging. Same thing with the thumbnails, like, oh, like what is he talking about here? And then people don't have to go through the podcast and be like, because I don't have chapters. That's another thing I need to add is start figuring out, is like adding chapters to my podcast so that people can skip to the video and the part that they want to watch. But that also fucks with my retention rate, right?
But also, like, I mean, you're just starting out, so like, do small steps, right?
That's
like,
what I've been focused on, putting content out.
Yeah, I think that's the goal. Like, just try to be 1% better than yesterday. Yeah, you know, or like 1% better than your last podcast, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know, fast forward 20 podcasts from this one, like you would hope it's, you know, a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I can already see the difference from my mom's to my dad's.
Yeah,
it's completely different, and like. My
that's
dad's
progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's progress. Yeah, exactly. And it's only going to get better with time. And I know that. And that's the problem is like, there's not like really a lot of time left. And so it's like, fuck, like I want to do this quickly. But also like, it is just fun to do, to talk to people, you know, my friends, my family for like an hour. I do eventually want to get like more people I don't know on to kind of interact with and kind of, you know, understand their stories. But
no, I think that's the thing. Like, even though I like left chat and stuff like that, I think it's like, I'm still talking to, you know, for the most part, a ton of people. So, I mean, it's, you know, if people want to talk to you, they're going to reach out, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm still talking to Alex, you know.
Cyril or Swift?
Cyril.
Oh, okay.
And then Randy and I FaceTime all the time.
Fucking Randy.
The whole JC, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's, you know, and then I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Ryan. You know, John, can't talk to Nathan as much, but, you know.
Yeah, Nathan's living his best life in Thailand, man.
Dude, I miss the hell out of him, man. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, but I'm happy for him, though. Like, that's what he wants to do, and he's doing it. So, like, that's admirable, you know?
Look, man, if I could live in Thailand like that for and not have to live in the U.S. and pay, like, half of the fraction of the prices, I'd be doing that.
That's what I'm saying. Everything's so expensive. I got, like, my tax assessment on my house, and it's up like 20 grand, man. It's just like I didn't even.
I'm up 20 grand.
I was supposed to. Well, no. I'm not up. I got paid based on that, right?
So like, I see. Like property taxes.
Yeah. So like, and I think I was supposed to Yeah, today's the 18th. I think it was. You had to fight it by the 15th.
The contestant. Oh fuck! I didn't even do that.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Oh fuck!
But like, it's just like, dude, I don't want to do this every year. And then I just got like a notification. My HOA fee is going to be the email was, we're raising it by 3%, which is the legal amount that we can do without taking it to a vote. And I was like, why would you say that? You know,
What?
because like elections are coming up for.
Well, now
HOA
people are going to
board.
attack you for it.
I'm about to figure out who did that and then just not vote for them. You know what I mean? So like,
God.
I didn't really care about submitting my ballot and stuff.
How much? How much? If you don't mind me asking, how much is your HOA?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it was a lot better when I bought my house. So when I bought my house, it was $215.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all, right?
Yeah.
But I bought it in 2019, 2024, 5 years. Now it's $578, so it's like doubled and some. So I'm like, man, I don't know, because it's weird. Like HOA can like really, dictate what your house is worth.
Well, do you get any like amenities in it? Like, do you get pool? And...
I'm really lucky because like my house is literally like the only house that outlooks on the park.
Yeah.
And then the pool.
Okay.
Like my front door is pretty much that.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, beachfront property, Texas style.
Yeah, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So like what everybody else is paying, like if you're all the way, the last house in the neighborhood, that kind of sucks for you.
Yeah.
Mine's right there. And like they're always, doing maintenance there, cleaning it up, adding lights, picnic tables. So I'm like,
oh, that's another thing. You don't pay for fucking like having someone do your yard either, right?
yeah, but for a while they haven't been doing a good job.
Oh,
We got
really?
like new people come in and they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie, I guess like a rock chipped up and it hit my window, so I'm gonna have to get a new window. And then I don't know when it happened, so I can't like. I mean, I'm gonna still try. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm pretty sure you guys hit a rock, chip my window.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Insurance company will pay for it?
Mine will cover it, but I'm gonna try to get theirs to do it.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Damn. Well, speaking of GTA 6, dude, I think that's when I really like want to like push hard for like a lot of the content. I just like, I know that game just has to be good. Like it has to, or else we're fucked. Like any other AAA game that's come out in the past like decade has been ass.
Well, GTA is interesting because like I'm super upset with like Cyberpunk because they didn't create that. They were like, oh, like
They had the opportunity to.
Yeah, you could be the Valorant to
No, you're good.
the Valorant to CS.
Yeah.
Right. You could be the only competitor because there's not really too many other like games that are doing.
Dude, I feel like Valorant's bigger than CS right now.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like it could have been that.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's got the same layout. It's got the same landing strip.
Mhm.
Right. But if you don't have if you can only land planes on this, landing strip, what's the point?
Can't take any passengers with me.
Yeah, so like if you're not going to add role play into it, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Dude.
But I am super excited for that game. It's just an intense game on PCs. So like even when GTA 5 came out, I had a pretty good PC, and I mean I was getting, God, what was I getting? 160 frames. Which is good.
That's good, yeah.
But I mean, now I play GTA 5 and I'm getting 40, which is kind of weird. It's the same PC.
Yeah,
The
but
game should be optimized more, but they're optimizing for like different cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird.
Well, even like they're adding more content to it too. You got to think like you're loading in probably more structures. They probably added more to the map. Like didn't really play much of GTA 5. The only thing I really played was like the heists with Owen and Diana and stuff. But
yeah,
I think Cyberpunk had such potential to be like a single player game. For one, it was just like way too buggy. But for two, it could have been a co-op experience that people would have enjoyed, but they just fumbled the bag at that point.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's an interesting game.
Did you ever finish it?
Yeah, no, I beat it.
Yeah.
But the problem was timelines, right? So like I feel like games, they just need to really be really broad with their timeline.
Do you think
Stop saying April 2025, like say
fall 2025?
2025.
Yeah.
Or say
I don't care if a game gets
soon.
pushed back as long as it's good on release.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get that anymore.
Yeah, I know, which is fucked because the companies.
But it's not it's not so much the companies, it's like how everything is now, right? Like, so like it's just like content, right?
But
like,
but
I'm gonna give your game a short attention span.
Oh, I see what
And
you mean.
if I don't pick it up right away, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like these games are like, okay, well, if my money revenue is based on like skins or expansions, how am I going to make money if, so they're testing, right? They're just like throwing out games constantly and like hoping it sticks. Right?
We're getting quantity over quality now.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's how it's going to be moving forward.
Bro,
and they're going to let the consumers sort through it and then really pick out what those companies expand on.
But they're not doing that. What they're doing is literally just putting it out and they're just getting money. And then they're just like, oh, well, this is better for our bottom line. We're making more profits. Like, I don't think there's going to be...
That's our fault. Though.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Like, because, like, look, I mean, our chat's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be like, oh, we hate Halo, how it is right now. Mm-hmm. But then you guys play it every day.
We don't play Halo anymore.
Oh.
We haven't been playing it, actually.
Step. But, like, I mean, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
like, y'all are going to have another
Oh, you don't know, do you?
Tell me. That's what I'm here for.
So...
Because, I mean, this is, I guess, my podcast, right? I'm on it, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I'm here for the chat tea.
The tea. So it's not really tea. It's more like the Halo community tea. Have you, Alex Swift? Mm-hmm. He's been cooking. Let me just say that. Yeah. And they're trying to get a H2 event set up in Las Vegas.
Oh, they'll do it. Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like, what they had with like the championship rings and stuff. Remember they did like the customized rings and things in Vegas?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking a full blown tournament. Chris Puckett's involved.
Oh, that's cool.
All the OGs are coming back. Like, it's going to be legit, dude.
H2?
Huh?
H2?
H2.
Y'all aren't playing?
They're playing Ryan got a CRT. He got original Xbox. Yeah, dude, they're going crazy, man. It's going to be like, and guess what? They secured some sponsors. I can't say who. I know who.
Well, probably Doritos.
No, nothing like that. I'll tell you off camera, but yeah, dude, it's gonna be an event, and it's gonna be crowdfunded too. So like, I'm probably gonna donate like $100 to like the prize pool and things like that. Yeah. It'll do well. I wish I could fucking go. I just like financially can't right now, but eventually, maybe. But yeah, man, he's setting the whole thing up. And
well, you should try to go and then do a podcast with Alex.
Oh yeah, like talking about how he got set up and everything.
And it's all a write-off.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, see, you can write off all these.
The problem is
these purchases you've made. Because I know a plane ticket would definitely, you could definitely cover yourself a little bit there.
Yeah, I need to set up an LLC for that too. Did you have to do that, like a business for when you were streaming and things like that, or no? Didn't do any of that.
I don't want the camera panning to me. That's why I didn't say anything, because I know it's voice activated.
Oh, it's not voice activated. I'm gonna edit this shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course.
Oh my god,
the legal route. Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, well, whatever. Yeah, man. I want to pursue this. Like, obviously, like this is fun and it's like kind of a hobby now, but I think ultimately the goal is to just, have my friends on and to document it. So that way when my kids see the podcast, they're like, oh, like I met Uncle Moxie. I met, Uncle JC. And
for sure. And I mean, I think this is something you'll never regret doing.
No.
Like, I guarantee if my mom or my dad like had a podcast, I'd watch every episode. Yeah. Every episode they ever did. Yeah. That's just how it is.
Yeah. At least I'll have one loyal viewer, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying, like, I think the way I'm looking at stuff in my life right now, where it's like, am I gonna regret what I'm doing right now later?
Yeah.
Right. And if it's like sitting, that's kind of like where I decided, like, I'm gonna take a break from chat, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, am I gonna regret spending 4 hours talking about a Halo 2 LAN or a Halo? What was it? Halo
NBA
3
chat.
LAN? Well, I'll never regret that, because I'm making sure somebody knows that the Suns suck. Like, absolute ass.
How do you lose in the first round?
Dude, I called this entire season. Like, I said, the problem is they're not going to be able to beat height. Who do they play? the most dominant center defensive team. Lost. Sweep.
Dude, they won as many
like
games
Roomba'd out of the freaking like, dude, it's disgusting.
They won just as many.
Well, you know, because we had, you know, that's not
Frank Vogel. That's what his excuse was.
It's just excuses, and that's what that team is. There's no ownership of like mistakes or improvements or anything like that. They don't have a leader.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Durant's never going to be a leader. I think he's always been a follower.
I think so too. I mean, like that's not to knock on like
KD is great
of a player he is.
But he ain't got that dog in him. I'm just going to say it. He ain't got that dog in him.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I mean, like you look at Anthony Edwards and you look at Devin Booker, right?
Yeah.
Let's compare. One says, like, stop double teaming me, like during, you know, pickup games. Oh my God. It's like, that's cringe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like using the word cringe, but like it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you see like Edwards, who's like, I should have shot more tonight, you know?
Yeah, dude, bro, he's got it, man.
He wants it.
He's got that. He
wants the pressure.
He's got that gene, man. He's got that gene like Kobe and Mike, dude. I swear, I see it in him, man. It's nuts.
Speaking of Mike, this is a different. I know you're talking about Jordan, but like,
yeah.
Speaking of Mike, what do you think about like the Paul and Mike Tyson fight?
Fucking Jake Paul, dude. Oh my God. Did you see that Mike Tyson got an erection watching 16-year-old Jake Paul?
Surely I did. Surely.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, dude. He's different. Did you watch him on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Who, Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Was he on?
Yeah.
Recently?
Oh, well, he talked to him about the fight and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because like there was an interview where Mike was like, or Joe Rogan was talking to Mike, and he's like, you know, I just don't like getting like that. You know, I just don't like getting like that because I'm in a different mind state right now.
Oh, yeah.
Before he was scheduled to fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he gets with Mike again after all this, and they got him, you know, amped up on testosterone, all this stuff. He's working out again. He's, you know, entering in that phase of being an animal. And dude, he was different. Like, go listen to the podcast after this or something.
Yeah. No, I think I know what you're
hear it.
Yeah.
He's like asking, you know, he's asking Joe. Joe's like, you know, like, what is it like being in your mind right now? Like, are you getting back to that physical, mental stage? You know, what is your mental? And he's like, Joe, I don't know how to ask you this, but like, what do you call, like, when I'm watching me fight somebody or thinking about me fighting somebody, what's it called when you get an erection? Dude, this guy's getting turned on
by fighting,
about thinking about fighting.
Yeah.
So like, think about this, right? Logan is going to go to the gym, do his work there, right?
Me and Jake?
Or Jake, whoever, yeah.
Yeah.
Jake's going to go to the gym and do his work in the gym, complete, you know, he's worked it 100%, go home, right? So is Mike, 100%. You know, he's 59 or whatever he is.
60.
60, okay.
God.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But he's going to come home, and then he's going to have an erection to thinking about fighting. And now that, you know, that's like extra work, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. He's an animal. And then Joe is talking about, yeah, it's kind of crazy, you know, how far you've come and, you know, and what you're going to be doing, how you've changed your body at, you know, 60. And
well,
like
57, I just looked it up.
Oh, 57. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then he's not even like, Joe's talking, but you hear on the mic, like, dude, he's getting amped up off of Joe talking, and he's just breathing like an animal into the mic. I don't know, man. Dude, some people have it. That's my point.
He talked about, he said something to Joe. He was like, the drums of war beat again or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
After he got in the gym.
That's not normal shit to say.
That is not. You know? Well, you know, he like read and like was obsessed with like conquerors, right?
Yeah, no, he loves that shit.
Yeah. I was so like, I've never been into history. I've never been that kind of guy. I mean, you know this. I was always into like math. I hated everything else. But
you haven't
like,
done a history yet?
Huh?
I hated history. But
hated
like
history.
now I'm all into it.
Really?
Like, I'll watch documentaries all the time.
What's the last one you've seen? You remember?
Well, any of the ones that come out on Netflix, I like ones that kind of like cover, you know, how economies fall and rise, just so I can see it happening, and then it'd be like, oh, I should invest, and then I never do because I'm scared.
We didn't talk about your Bitcoin story.
No.
How much did you buy it at, Cody? Originally?
Well, I mean, I was.
You still
fine.
made money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what did
not
you?
what I could have made.
What did you buy it at originally?
No, like 1,000 sold for 3.
God, bro, $1,000.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, because I was telling Chad, I was like, hey, like I'm doing this, like y'all should check in, because
Yeah.
I'm frugal.
yeah.
I don't want to.
And then you buying that at being frugal at $1,000, we should have just been like, oh, you know what we should have been doing?
but woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Bored Apes when fucking Chris told us.
Well, I didn't get any insight on that one,
Dude, he told us in the chat.
Yeah.
He said they're $800 right now. And I was like, that's crazy for a fucking picture. And then lo and behold, he ended up selling his for like $300K.
Yeah.
An $800 investment for $300K.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Imagine if we bought like 5 of them. You'd be a millionaire at that point.
Yeah.
That's fucking absurd, man. And that's why I like this cycle. Like, I know I'm going to get like a little deep into crypto here for a second, but this cycle, I was like, I'm going to put a lot of my money in trying to make some sort of gains. It's super risky, right? But I don't want to be left behind again because I've seen this cycle happen 3 times already. It happened in 2018, it happened in 2021, and now it's happening in 2024. And it's like things are going to be popping off here pretty soon. And I think Bitcoin eventually is going to be worth $150,000. Right now it's like 66, 65.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you actually like slowly invest in Bitcoin over time, like even if you would have done it in 2020, right?
Yeah.
You'd be up like ridiculous amounts of money right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just nuts to think about. But for us, the wealth gap, when we were younger, for instance, when our grandparents or our parents were younger, stocks were a little bit different. It was easier to get into. There's like more companies being made that are more profitable. And then obviously the internet bubble happened and a ton of people got rich off of it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at crypto as like the internet bubble. It's a crypto bubble, right?
Yeah, there's
like,
always going to be waves.
Yeah. Well, even with the GameStop stuff that happened recently.
Yeah.
That it kind of came back because the Roaring Kitty guy came back. I don't even know much about his story, but there is that whole movie on Netflix about him now.
Oh yeah, I did see it. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? No. I haven't watched it either. I need to check it out. But
yeah, it looks good.
You excited for House of Dragons next month?
Yeah, I am.
Why do you seem disappointed?
Well, no, it's because sometimes you leave drama, but then you're like obsessed with it.
That's why my wife watches reality TV show all the time.
I love reality TV.
What's your favorite so far? I mean, you were talking about Survivor when we.
Yeah, I like Survivor.
Yeah,
Survivor's like
I feel that's a very classic reality TV.
I mean, it's been around forever.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah.
You know it. I've watched every season. I think Randy's in the same boat.
Randy?
Yeah, Randy likes it.
Randy loves Survivor?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he likes it. And then I don't know, I'll even watch some seasons of The Bachelor or Bachelorette, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I love Jersey Shore. It's just a mess. You just love that kind of stuff.
I never got into Jersey Shore when it was super hype back in the day.
Yeah,
we were in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I get into that stuff for sure.
I hate Gabrielle watches Vanderpump Rules, and she watches it's about this bar in LA and they're all fucking each other and cheating on each other. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. It's absurd. And then she's watching some Selling Sunsets or something.
Yeah, Selling Sunsets really popular.
Yeah, that's the reality or not reality, realtor one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how's that going?
So I have my license and stuff, so it's like a side thing, but right now I'm doing marketing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, you were cutting the videos and stuff too.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I was that good at editing, man. I know it just takes time.
Yeah, no, it's just so I the only reason I even got into learning Photoshop and stuff like that was because when we were kids, how we go to forums and stuff and people would have a cool signature.
Mm-hmm.
What I always ask, hey, can you make me one? Some guy would be like, no,
fuck off.
Yeah. And you'd have to, pay $15-20 for someone to make you one. And I was like, nah, that's too much money,
Back then, bro.
Yeah. Back then, right?
We pay that for fucking McDouble now, I feel like.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, remember the dollar menu?
Oh my God, the fucking godsend that was the dollar menu, dude.
Yeah, I used to get just $3 burgers. And then that was, perfect, dude.
Pre like a LAN or something that we would have like local, like a
just
local
go play
LAN.
on the N64.
Yeah, dude. You know what I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I used to drink a lot in high school, right? And we used to get like fucked up, and we would get fucked up, and then like 4 a.m. we would drive to the McDonald's right by my friend's house and order like 5 McSpicy's and just eat them, dude. Yeah. And no consequences either. Like I would feel like the God's gift to the earth when I woke up the next morning. Now if I eat 5 McSpicy's, I'm on the toilet for fucking 5 hours. Like,
oh dude, I have like a morning routine of just shitting myself.
Oh my God, it's
terrible,
bro. And what's crazy is it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked up?
Speaking of which, I didn't have my routine this morning, so it's gonna have to be here. No, I'm kidding. But
I was like,
but seriously, like, you know, like it's so many like what do they call it? It's laxative, not laxatives, but
diuretics.
Yeah, diuretics, right? Yeah. Like you have coffee, you don't have this yet, but like high blood pressure medication makes you.
I probably do have high blood pressure. Just haven't gone to the doctor.
Dude, it was crazy how it all kind of kicked in.
Do you really think it was from the vaccine that you took?
I don't know.
Just the correlation just seems very, you know.
I mean, like, so like a lot of the things that they've confirmed with the vaccine are like they line up. Yeah. So like I'm not going to be. I mean, I think one of the. So I don't ever want to be the person that's like, because I was for the vaccine. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. But I don't ever want to be a person that's like stuck and saying I can't be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if you don't have a perspective on something, too, like you're just gonna be stuck in like a specific, you know.
Yeah, because like I understood how viruses work, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that makes me. Like, it made me confident that like the vaccine was needed, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd say like, hey, you need the vaccine, right? But you know, fast forwarding, like there's a lot of stuff that went down. You know, a lot of shady stuff.
Now they confirmed that it was they funded gain of function research. That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So like, there's a lot of things that I didn't know, and like if I'm gonna sit here right now and say, you know, it wasn't, you know, it was legit or it wasn't, right? Like, that's crazy because I need to be able to admit that I'm wrong, right? Mm-hmm. So like, yeah,
no,
I think a big part of it was right, like the palpitations happened, and then. So, like, there's actually another side effect that I have, which is, like, raspiness of voice now. Mm-hmm. So, like, if I talk a lot, it gets raspy. Sucks. But, you know, it lines up with a lot of what, like, other people have had. Yeah. I was at the gym, and I had 220 heart rate. And, like, anybody who's, like, you know, for the vaccine is going to say, like, oh, that can happen to anybody, right? You're getting older.
220 is insane.
Yeah. But, like, if you have evidence that says like, you know, it's lining up with a lot of other people, you know, and this is abnormal, you know, I think you have to admit, you know, at some point, like it is likely. Yeah. Or, you know, it is a possibility. Right. Mm-hmm.
No, I think, look, the whole vaccine issue, right? It's like, I agree. I think we needed the vaccine to a certain extent, but everyone is different, man. And it's going to affect everyone differently. And there's just like no if and or, you know, it's just the way it is. Like, and the fact that we had to release it so quickly, there wasn't trials, there wasn't studies, like that stuff takes time and it takes science. It takes, you know, it takes decades of research to figure out what the hell would happen to the human body. I mean, you can't just release something in a year and expect all the side effects not to be there. Right. And and again, it's going to affect everyone differently. And I mean, I got it. I got the J&J, which is, it was the one causing blood clots in women, which is crazy. But yeah, I just, you know, yes, it was needed. I do think that was the case, but it was also it could have been very deadly for certain people. I think there's just always going to be those edge cases, you know, in anything. Yeah,
for sure.
But that was such a wild time, man. And I talked with JC this last time, COVID. Yeah. Like, I remember I was terrified at the beginning, like when it first happened, right? Yeah. Because we didn't know what was going on. Like, we were just hearing from the grapevine from China, like all these people, like we were just hearing about like dead bodies in the streets, like piling up and like all this nonsense, like craziness, right? And then it came to the States. Right. And then it started to spread. And then the mortality rate, we really didn't know because it hadn't hit yet. Like a lot of people hadn't gotten it yet. And I think it was like 2 million people ended up getting COVID or something ridiculous. Or no, it was probably way more than that, actually. Let me see. I mean, it's a global pandemic, right? So it's probably way more than that now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, at the beginning, we were like spraying our groceries.
Yeah.
Like that's how like freaked out we were because we didn't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like over time, you kind of realize, oh, okay, like maybe it's not as bad for certain people and other people it is, you know? And that's just the case for any virus.
Yeah.
I mean, I would literally, my podcast, and you'll listen to this with my dad, he got chickenpox because he was working in the hospital. And I got chickenpox too as a kid. Because I was obviously exposed with him, right? But as a kid, it's not deadly. But as an adult, it is.
It's way worse.
Yeah. And so there's a funny story in there where he's like talking about how these like people would sit their kids next to him in the waiting room. So that way their kids would get the smallpox, not smallpox, chickenpox. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy. Gabrielle kind of backed up that story this morning. She's like, yeah, people would do that all the time when her aunt got it. They would sit their kids right next to her and be like, just give them the fucking thing so they don't have to get the vaccine or anything.
Yeah.
Because it's way more deadly when you get it as an adult. And so, yeah, I just like think things affect people differently, and it's just ultimately going to be the case. And to try and like throw like a shotgun solution at it is just always, you're going to like hit something.
Yeah, I think COVID was interesting. I think myself included. I think it taught a lot of people like to not be so trustworthy of like our government.
Yeah, there is a lot of
and
things.
I'm not saying like left or right? I'm just saying general.
Dude, I think 90% of the population is right in the middle, dude. Yeah. I think a lot of people are in the middle, and we just see the craziness on the other 5%, you know?
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, I'm not going to want to listen to anybody who's like extremely far left or extremely far right.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's so unappealing. But like, I think it was good to, you know, kind of not trust, you know, so much and like do your own research and information, right? Like, cause like even now I'm at the point where like I don't even trust science, right? Because not necessarily science. I don't believe in biology, you know, but I do. But I'm saying like if you know somebody comes out and says like we've done the research, take the vaccine. Well, it's like maybe I don't trust the information that you did, right?
Or maybe a company backed the research and they forced the scientists to fudge the numbers.
Exactly.
That's what scares me too. It's like when companies are getting involved in, you know, tainting valuable like scientific theory, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, that shit cannot happen.
But it's like even when that information comes out, there are going to be people who are like avidly defending their initial take, which is I think the worst kind of spot to be in, right? Like if you're there and that mentality, right, where it's like, I'm wrong, but I also know I'm wrong. Dude, you're like, that's not good.
See, the thing is,
you can't admit it and like just kind of like,
I don't think they think they're wrong.
I have so much more respect for somebody who can like be wrong and then also
admit they were wrong. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, 2 + 2 does equal 5. I get it, right? Like, if you could prove that, like I'm strictly believing it's 4. But I'm saying like, if you could prove to me that it equals 5.
And you can convince me, then I'm all ears.
Yeah, like I'm probably not going to give you a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, to explain to me, I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure. But like, if you do hit those notes, right, that does convince me to say, you know, it's 5 or whatever, like, and you prove it, I'll believe it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll say like, okay, yeah, I'm there. And I think that's what it was like for like COVID and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, like a lot of people kind of, you know, were hesitant. And at first I was like really like pressuring people. Like I was like, yeah, you should be, you know, taking the vaccine. But like now I'm like, dude, they were right. You know?
Yeah. Again, affects people differently, man. Yeah. I just like, you can't, cause like,
I mean, if I was older, 100%, right?
Well, dude, get this.
But it's like what you know now versus what you knew then.
Gabrielle got COVID 3 times. I didn't get a single time. And I slept 4. Right next to her. That's does not make sense to me. And this is pre-vaccine and post-vaccine. So it didn't make any sense to me how like someone I slept with right next to had the virus and I didn't get it. And I get it. There's carriers and things like that too. But yeah, man, it's just, it was a wild time. But hey, NBA draft is soon.
Yeah.
We got 4 and 8, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
What do you think we're taking? Dillingham?
I don't know. I like Rob, but he's too small.
But he can get thicker, boy. Like, get that Wemby treatment. Oh.
Can't get taller.
He's 6'2", though.
Yeah, but we like tall guards.
Yeah, but like, we have plenty of guards.
Look who we drafted, like Primo. We drafted
Vassell.
Malachi, Vassell. Like we like long.
But those are like shooting guards, though. Well, it's for defense, really.
Yeah, but we're not against trying to turn them into guards. Like, look, we've ran Vassell at point. We've ran Sohan at point.
So do you think we get Topic?
I think from how we've drafted in the past, Topic makes the most sense.
At 4. You don't think he could fall to 8?
I think he could fall to 8 because of his injury.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was injury prone from what I've heard.
He got injured, but they said he's fine. But I don't know. So I think Sarr goes first. Zachary goes second.
No one else really needs a guard in front of us, do they? Except for the Wizards.
Houston will take Reed, most likely.
Reed, okay.
Because he's most ready.
Mm-hmm. Do you think? What if he faltered to us? Do you think we'd take him?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think?
Well, because he could play we can move around pieces, and that he could just be a perfect wing piece. That's an agitator on defense.
Do you think we trade for Trae Young? Just ship the 4 and 8?
No.
No.
That ain't gonna be enough. But regardless, I don't think we need to.
I don't think so either, man. And I think Wemby's all in on the Spurs right now, man. Like I feel like he's
dude.
I'm so scarred from Kawhi, dude. I'm so scarred, man.
Here's my take on a lot of what people are trying to do, right? Obviously the most interesting thing is negative, kind of just going against the grain, right? So that's where you see a lot of these announcers oh, I'm taking Chet early on, right? Because if 99% of people, are saying Wemby. If you're that 1% that's right, dude, you could skyrocket your career, right? Yeah. So that's what a lot of people did. And but the guppies of the world were oh, they're saying, and then they follow that. Yeah, I'm speaking of Chris. And they follow that narrative. And it's dude, if you actually watch the games, you actually see the player,
Dude, immediately when I saw those first highlights of him playing the G League Ignite, and then some of the highlights from France when he was on Metropolitan 21 or whatever, dude, he was just different, man. The things he was doing at 7'5" was just unbelievable, man.
Well, it's not just he's 7'5", it's he's 7'5" and agile.
Well, and immensely skilled. When you're 7'5", sham-godding and nutmegging people in the NBA at 19 years old, that is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything. I haven't seen a player that dominant, and I've never seen a player improve throughout the season that quickly.
Yeah, well, because he's there to learn. He's got so much in place. A lot of people are oh, Pop, I disagree with Pop once this year.
Yeah.
Just with his Kawhi statement.
Oh, what did he say?
Oh, he's just stop that. That's not us.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Shut up, dude. Fuck Kawhi.
Yeah, I do, for real. Boo the fuck out of him. Fuck that dude. He's Josh Giddey to me at this point.
But it's Wemby is obviously a statement piece. Stop trying to find problems with him.
Dude.
You're wasting your breath. He's gonna be the greatest,
Do you think he's gonna be the greatest of all time? Do you think
that's a prediction?
Do you think that's the potential he has?
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
7'5", agile. You can literally do anything. You can guard anyone.
Oh my god, man!
You have everything lined up.
I was watching Jokic drop 40 on Rudy Gobert, and every time
the defensive player of the year.
The defensive player of the year. Come on now. No, dude. No, this is bullshit. There's no come on. There is Wemby on the floor. We had a top 5 defense. Wemby off the floor. We had a bottom 5 defense. With Rudy Gobert, there was still a top 10 defense when he was on the floor. That is bullshit. That is a team defensive oriented team. Yeah. Player means player. That's it. Equals. It's
I agree.
Oh, it pisses me off that he didn't win, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I mean, you look at how it all kind of functions. I like to play devil's advocate as best I can here. Obviously, I'm a big Wemby fan.
Yeah.
But he's not American. Do
you think that affected it?
Well, no, because neither is Rudy.
Gobert is French.
Neither is French. But I'm saying they're always gonna factor in, kind of just any factor they can, right? Rudy's, he has a longevity. How bad does it make it look? Especially for the league, right? When they've been pushing defense this year. Mm-hmm. How bad does it look if a rookie comes in and they're the best defensive player? But how bad does that look for your ratings and stuff? So I get it. Okay, let's not let him have it this year. Go to next.
That was such a cold statement where he was like, "Yeah, he can have it this year, and that's it." I'm like,
but I mean, like, look at what Jokic says, right? Like,
Yeah.
Jokic is bullying, just finesse, and it's not even bullying; it's finessing Rudy. Like, they have to play cat on him, and that's a better matchup.
yeah, but look at what Wemby did to him the last game they played.
Well, yeah, if you look at Jokic and Wemby, like, Jokic was like, you know, what did you say to Wemby at the free throw line? And he's like, I told him if he does that shit again, I'm gonna be upset and he's gonna see something. And he's like, and then what happened? And then, you know, they show like he kept blocking me after that. He did it again, and then I just, you know, he just kept doing it. So he's like, I think he had like 5 blocks on Jokic alone that game. And it's like, obviously he's the defender, you know?
He's defensive player of the year in my mind.
I would have made so much money on that.
I know you were telling me you bet on him. You put $100 preseason.
Yeah, but why not? You know, like,
well, he had a good shot at doing it.
yeah.
Like, well, I guess
the numbers didn't look right.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah,
and that's what
exactly.
stood out. Like,
did you not cash out at any point? Like, did you do like so?
I made money on rookie of the year,
Okay.
but like nothing like I would have made on defensive player. But like it was because Chris didn't want to take my bet, and I was like, whatever. I do want to take this bet,
Yeah.
and then I was gonna make more.
Could you
But,
imagine?
but Chris wanted the entire, like, he wanted the field, which was
What?
ridiculous.
Yeah. If you're
But I
making
mean,
a like
honestly,
personal bet,
To be honest, it's not ridiculous looking back. The only thing I was fading was an injury.
which he had a few throughout the season,
He had minute limiting injuries.
he wanted to play through it, but
Yeah, which isn't terrible. Like, but if he would have gotten injured and then not gotten rookie there, I would have been upset. But
I mean, at 7'5", that's the biggest thing that I worry about for him, man. Like, because we watched Porzingis and Embiid and all these other guys.
They're not.
You don't think so?
No, they're not. They're not like. Embiid doesn't have that dog in him.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah. I love Wemby, man.
I think Embiid is an amazing player.
Yeah.
I know like the chat has like different takes on him. I think Embiid's amazing, but I don't think he has that dog in him.
Do you think if Kawhi misses that shot, they win the NBA Finals?
Which one?
The Game 7 game winner in Toronto.
Oh. I don't know.
Because, I mean, you got to think on that starting 5, it was Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris when he was actually playing well.
That corner 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a good team. But
Who did Toronto play in the finals?
I can't even remember.
Who did they beat? I can't even fucking remember. They beat somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously.
Oh, yeah. But regardless, I think Embiid is just like very much like he's going to take what he's given, but like he's not trying to push himself too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets a lot of points from the free throw line, just like Harden or
Shaq.
Jalen Brunson now. Jalen's had a good year.
Dude, Jalen Brunson, that might be the biggest fuck up from the Mavericks, man. It's trading him away. And that contract they gave him, everyone was like shitting on them for giving New York for giving that contract. Now it looks like a fucking steal.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen has gone from like 0 to hero.
Yeah.
You know, and the league loves that narrative.
Yeah. He's a smaller guard.
Yeah, no, I think who's winning in y'all's NBA thing?
I haven't even done it.
Oh,
I didn't do this year. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think most of my predictions have been right so far.
Mm-hmm.
I had Milwaukee going further, but yeah, I think. Well, here I'll cut it right now. I think Indiana's the better team, just for pace.
Yeah.
I think the refs are going to be interesting in Game 7.
Game 7?
Yeah.
Game 6.
They forced a Game 7.
Wait, last night?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I missed. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, they did. Oh, my God, I'm so dumb. The Mavericks played tonight, right?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those or situations. But yeah, I think I had OKC winning this one 4-2. I didn't think the Mavs were going to show up.
Luka showed up in that last game.
Because, yeah, you just stop Luka and you're going to win.
Yeah.
But, you know, Lively's been playing well.
Who do you think takes Game 7 with the Nuggets and the Timberwolves? Dude,
I had Minnesota winning. So this is
Yeah.
where I think I would differ a lot from chat.
Okay.
I had Minnesota going far. Just because, like, they're the counter to the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the guy that built the Nuggets is the guy that built the new Minnesota team.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, the only team who can truly guard Jokic is probably Minnesota.
Yeah, because they can throw multiple bigs at him. Nas Reed, fucking Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
and
if you get into foul
Carl
trouble,
Cat.
which is what he forces a lot of times,
Yeah.
you know, you're still good.
Man, Jokic is like finesse around the rim. That guy's got the most daddish body, but he's like the best. I mean, he's the 3-time MVP.
He gives us hope.
I know, right?
We could
That's
still ball. We
true.
could still ball.
The dad bod hope, dude. That's old. Oh my god, that's so
But no,
true.
I mean, like you look at the last game, he looked gassed.
Really?
But you know, one of the most terrifying things was in the interview. You know, he was joking, and I was like, dude,
That's a
I
joker.
don't know, maybe he just shows up next game. But if
Did you see him standing up the whole time, just like mean mugging the whole fucking like, dude?
I watched, but I guess I didn't see.
They were down because they lost by like 45, right?
Yeah.
And he was just standing. He wasn't sitting on the bench. He was standing. He was like, "I'm gonna fucking get you, motherfuckers, next game."
Yeah, I don't know. Like my predictions, I've already like wrote them all down, but like my predictions were going to be that Minnesota beats Denver. So, but I don't know. You know, now watching, I think Denver can win this one, but I think I just got to stick to my guns, Minnesota.
Damn, dude. I just
And I think Boston comes through, but yeah,
Boston comes through the East. Really?
yeah.
You don't think the Knicks or the Pacers can stop either of them?
I just,
Wait. Actually, wait. Is that right? Because the next is the conference finals, right?
Yeah,
Damn, that's fucking
I don't think
crazy.
the Knicks can stop them. No.
So what do you? So you think it's gonna be Celtics, Knicks, and then Mavs,
Well, I think it's
Minnesota?
gonna be Pacers.
You
I
think it's
think
gonna be
Pacers
Pacers?
are.
Well, they're playing in
I think
New York,
Pacers are the better team,
right?
And I think if you're gonna play against Boston, that's a better lineup for it to beat them because you're just gonna lock down. You have a lot of decent defenders that you could put on Jalen. You know,
Jalen Brown.
Brunson.
Oh, Jalen
You
Brunson.
just lock him up. You know,
Yeah.
should be good, right? But and then I think Hart's hurt. He was
Josh
holding his
Hart.
ribs.
Oh, he was hurt. And aren't they like on
I
like
don't know.
4
It
string
looked
like
painful.
people?
It looked really painful.
Bro, Jalen Brunson's just gonna drop 50 and win the game.
Well, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
they don't even have Randall now. I mean, a lot of people keep forgetting that.
Or Mitchell Robinson too, right? That's fucking nuts, man.
So I mean, they're going to be a good team moving forward. But I think the team, if you really do want, I mean, but I don't know. Between those two teams, I think Indiana's going to give Boston a better run.
Do you that's gonna be so like the NBA playoffs this year has been so good because it's been the Knicks, the Celtics, and then if the Timberwolves win, right?
Yeah.
It'll be the Timberwolves and the Mavericks. All those teams have been like in the shitter for a long time, and for them to like win a championship would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, besides Boston, Boston's been to a bunch of whatever Eastern Conference Finals or whatever, but still, like, it's cool because like the teams
Well,
are
it's also
constantly
cool
rotating.
because Chris made fun of Dallas all year. And
Oh my god, if Luka wins the championship, that
that's
is the
only
ultimate
reason I'm
staining.
that's not gonna happen. But but it is funny that he's moving through this playoffs like this.
Yeah, I keep telling Stormy because I always make fun of the Suns. I'm like, they literally have like ultimate plot armor because the drought in the valley is always going to exist. They're never going to have the championship.
Dude, they're so fucked.
Yeah, for 10 years too.
No, they're yeah.
I did
The
want
Bradley Beal contract is so bad.
Yeah,
it's the worst in the league. I can't even think of a worse one.
I know I want to segue off. We've been talking about basketball for a minute
Yeah,
here,
that's fine.
but did you watch Dune 2? I don't know if I ever talked to you about this.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think?
It was way better than the first one.
Yeah,
the
I thought
first
so
one was
too.
such a snooze fest.
Oh my god! So I watched the
I
first
know we have
one.
some like avid lovers of it in chat. I
Yeah.
think like Ryan loves it, and then maybe Matt. I don't know.
Joe, I know Swiftkill loved it. Like I was texting him about it.
The second one or the
The
first
second one, the
Yeah,
second one.
Dude, the first one was so boring.
So my thoughts on the second one are I'm kind of like mixed right now because I don't think I caught everything the first time watching it.
Yeah, but why would you? You're sleeping half of it. Like I
No, the second
almost
one.
fell asleep in the.
I'm talking about Dune 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
Dune
yeah.
2 was good.
Because there's a lot of information they're throwing at you in that movie too.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's coming out. Oh shit, it's coming out on HBO here pretty soon, and so I'm gonna rewatch it in a couple times and
Yeah.
kind of like experience it more. But yeah, man, we've been going an hour already, hour and four minutes. Isn't that crazy? It goes by fast. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it. I used to do like the longer stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, streaming for like fucking. You used to be cracked out, dude. Like fucking streaming for 14 hours. You're a
Literally.
fucking psychopath. I can't do that, man. My head hurts after 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Just like sitting there staring at the fucking screen, just like playing.
Well, I mean, I've also gotten older now, so I can't sit very long. I got to stretch and stuff.
That's the one thing I want to invest in too is like a standing desk.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are great. I have one. I didn't really use it though. I mean, it just sits there. The problem is you got to get like the PC mounts for it.
No, I'll have those for the wedges or whatever. like that screw on the back, not wedges, fucking monitor mounts. Is that what you're talking about?
No. So like when your PC is attached to it,
when
you
it
need
raises.
when it raises. If you don't have your PC mounted to it, it's gonna pull those cables.
Yeah. Okay.
So either A, you need to make sure you have enough slack, or B, it's mounted so it doesn't matter.
I feel like this was a issue that you had in the past.
Yeah. No, it didn't work.
It just like pulled them out or what?
Well, I started raising it, and then I had set it, before I set up all my PCs, I had it preset. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then 2 was max height. 1 was where I like it. Push 2, and then you just see, And I was like, oh, shit. See, I'm back there unplugging everything before it just tanks it all,
It just starts ripping everything out.
Yeah, because you set it all up, and then you hide your wires.
Yeah.
You got it zip lined or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not. My wires.
You're like, oh shit, here it goes.
My cable management is ass, dude. I just like let it hang out and give a fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Dude, the cool thing about this camera though, I know this is like completely off topic. I just like thought about it. Yeah, I set up presets on my Stream Deck, so I hit a button and it like goes to the hoop. Because I have like a little like foam basketball
cool.
and like a hoop, and so I can like make shots. So you can't
move that then, huh?
Huh? This? No, I move it all the time. But I can just reset
where the hoop is?
I can just reset the preset. It's pretty easy. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So you just gotta show it what you wanted to get, like tell it where you want it to go, and then it'll go back there.
And then I'll set the preset again. Yeah. So for instance, after we're done filming here, I'm gonna unhook it for streaming on Monday, right?
Why don't you take a shot right now to end our stream?
Take a shot?
Yeah, you could not a shot, but like you take a shot and see if
The only thing I'm worried is if it comes back and it knocks over one of the cameras.
Okay, well I'll be ready to react.
You're gonna try and do it? Okay. I'm gonna try and hit it from here.
If you do it, I'll buy our breakfast.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try and hit this.
Let's hold this one now.
Let's see if I
make it go.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this in frame so that way everybody can kind of see this. Fuck, I actually don't even know. Let me see if I can do the preset. Can I do this while I'm recording? Oh, I can. Look at that. So let's try and get this up here. Y'all can probably see this now. Yeah, there we go.
Who do you plan on having on from chat next?
From chat, probably. I think I'm gonna try and do a JC Mario podcast
together.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have Mario
in town.
No. I'm gonna have Mario remote, and then me and JC will be here talking to him,
cool.
and then we're gonna do like our little recording. But all right, I'm gonna try and take this shot. All right, you ready? Yeah, just watch the cameras. All right. Fuck.
Dude,
that was awful. Here, one more. Let me hit this. All right, $10 right here. Ready?
No.
Okay, that was better, but yeah, I'm ass. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Mox, thanks for stopping by, man.
Sure, man.
I appreciate it. And
I feel bad because I didn't bring. I think JC brought a gift last time.
Don't worry about that.
I'll get our tacos.
don't worry about that. All right, man. Well, we'll do this again because I do want to do this after like you start streaming again because I want to kind of get your feedback on some stuff as far as like my content and then maybe we can set something up to do together.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, all right, man. See ya.
Y'all just wanna ride the wave. Y'all can get up out my way. Y'all keep switching up your lanes. I'ma hit the street.